With Metro Exodus right around the corner, we here at Suggestive Gaming figured now would be a great time to catch up on the story of the first two games, Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light. So without further ado, let's take a trip down into the Metro. This is what you need to know about the Metro video game series. In 2013, the Earth was devastated by nuclear war, and a group of survivors in Moscow, Russia had fled into the Metro system to find shelter and survive. 20 years later, we find a man named Artyom living in a Metro station called Exhibition. There, he travels with his adopted father and station commander Alex through the hospital to meet with a member of the Rangers faction of soldiers named Hunter. In their travels, they learn of a battle with a new mutated species referred to as the Dark Ones. Shortly after Hunter's arrival, the station is attacked by another group of mutated creatures called Nasalises. After fending off the attack, Hunter leaves to battle the Dark Ones. Before he departs, he hands Artyom his Ranger token, instructing him that in the event he doesn't return, to take the token to the capital station, Polis, and present it to another Ranger there by the name of Miller to ask for help with the Dark Ones. After Hunter does indeed fail to return, Artyom sets out. After leaving Exhibition, Artyom and his caravan are attacked on their way to a neighboring station, Riga, but are able to reach the station thanks to its defenses. There, Artyom meets a smuggler named Bourbon who offers his gun in exchange for help getting through the tunnels towards the bandit-controlled Dry station. The pair reach Dry safely, but there Bourbon is quickly captured by bandits. Bourbon is killed, but Artyom is soon joined by a man named Khan, who takes him to meet his contact Andrew at the communist-controlled Armory station. Artyom enters the station alone and is captured by communist soldiers. While in captivity, however, Artyom and another prisoner are able to escape the guards, and Andrew is able to grab him and help him sneak out onto the battlefield of the Nazi Fourth Reich and the communists. After fighting his way through, Artyom is captured by the Nazis, but shortly before his execution, two Rangers named Ullman and Pavel kill the Nazis. Artyom presents Hunter's token, and Ullman instructs Pavel to take Artyom to Polis. The two pose as Nazis and steal a railcar, but are discovered and chased through the tunnels. They escape, but are attacked by Nasalises. Pavel is killed in the battle, but Artyom is able to escape and reach Hull Station. There, he saves a boy named Sasha, and in gratitude, the defenders help him reach the surface, where he reunites with Ullman, who finally takes him to Polis to meet with Miller. The council at Polis refuse to help Exhibition, but Miller pledges to help stop the Dark Ones by finding and using an intact missile silo known as D6. On their way to D6, Artyom sees a strange vision of a Ranger and a Dark One with a proclamation of peace. Ignoring this message, Miller and Artyom install a laser guidance system. Despite one more hallucination from the Dark Ones pleading for him to stop, Artyom allows the missiles to fire and destroy the Dark Ones, but afterwards ponders if their message of peace was true. 1 year later, Artyom has become a member of the Rangers, who have occupied the D6 facility. Khan arrives and informs them that one Dark One survived the missile strike, and he believes the humans should make peace with it. Miller disagrees, however, and sends his daughter Anna with Artyom to find and kill the Dark One. Artyom finds the Dark One, but discovers it to be a child. The two are then ambushed and captured by the Nazi Reich. In captivity, Artyom is assisted by another prisoner, a communist Red Line soldier named Pavel Morozov, and the two escape to a Red Line settlement. There, Pavel is revealed to in fact be a high-ranking officer who helps the communists capture Artyom to gather information about the Rangers and the Dark One. Artyom is able to escape captivity with the help of the Red Line's leader, Maxim Moskvin's son, and he learns of a plan by General Corbett, the head of the Red Line's military intelligence, to capture D6 to take control of the entire Metro system. He plans to achieve this by using a weaponized version of the Ebola virus stolen from D6 by a sleeper agent Ranger named Lesnitsky. Artyom meets up with Andrew once more, who again assists him to follow Pavel. Artyom eventually reunites with Anna in a church on the surface, and she apologizes for letting him get captured. However, shortly thereafter, the church is attacked by Lesnitsky and the Red Line, who kill most of the Rangers and capture Anna. Artyom follows them and saves Anna, but unfortunately without their gas masks, exposing them to the virus. Outside, they are rescued by Khan and placed into quarantine until it is determined if they have the virus. While in quarantine, Anna fears for her life and in one last effort to feel alive, seduces Artyom and the two make love. Fortunately, the two are determined to not be carrying the virus, and Khan and Artyom set out to locate the Dark One. Upon finding it, Artyom reconnects with the Dark One, giving him vivid flashbacks to his childhood, and he remembers being saved and protected by the Dark Ones, establishing his connection to them in an effort to bridge the two species. Feeling a deep regret for firing the missiles at the Dark Ones, Artyom vows to protect the little Dark One in order to make amends. The two then make their way back to Polis, confronting Lesnitsky and Pavel on the way. The Dark One uses his abilities to read their minds to fully learn of their plan to take over D6 and exterminate any human life that opposes the Red Line. At Polis, a peace settlement is underway between the Red Line, the Reich, and the neutral Hansa. The Dark One uses his telepathic abilities to force Moskvin to publicly confess to his plans, including the peace conference being simply a distraction to allow Corbett to attack D6. Artyom, Miller, Khan, and the rest of the Rangers quickly set out to return to D6 and fight off Corbett's army. However, they reveal their secret weapon, an armored train that rams into the station, incapacitating the Rangers. Corbett approaches Artyom, about to execute him. Artyom prepares to destroy the facility, but the little Dark One appears and prevents him from doing so. It then awakens a nearby group of hibernating Dark Ones who appear and defeat Corbett's army. Later, the Dark Ones leave to find safety, but promise to return one day in the future to help rebuild the world, as Artyom refers to them as humanity's last light of hope. Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us on another episode of What You Need to Know. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and a comment telling us what else you'd like to see us cover. Make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you can see our latest content and streams. And as always, we look forward to seeing you next time.